Okay, this is my gorgeous setup, by the way, and this is my gorgeous face. Because you know what I do not do before I sit down and paint in the comfort of my own apartment? Makeup. Or a shower, honestly. I like to do this sort of first thing. I like to plop my ugly gremlin-looking self down at my desk, just hunch over it in the privacy of my own home, get her done, and then do this when I'm ready to present myself to the world. Will this do? I mean, it'll do. Will it be good? Who knows? Hi, welcome to my page, welcome to my desk, my little art studio, if you will. It's just my apartment. It's like the corner of my apartment, and this is where I paint. And I want to introduce you to what I paint. I have been working for the past several months on fully conceptualizing and putting together a series, an ongoing series of characters that I developed just inspired by a lot of things. Hopefully you stick around and watch me make more of them and do other fun artistic things. This is like my first real attempt at doing a thing with my art. So putting together the TikTok and Instagram pages, which will be linked below, are the actual first thing, and so far the response has been pretty good. Obviously I don't have like any kind of a following yet, but the initial response is giving me so much hope and so much like motivation and joy, and the characters themselves just bring me a lot of joy. I feel like the easiest way to do this video is to show you the ones that I've been working on within the series that I just started, at like an actual series of my characters being presented in a specific way. But those are all in my sketchbook. Eventually I will also do a sketchbook tour video. It's gonna take me a long time to fill though, so we have lots of queens to make until then. So I'll just use the ones for my current project to sort of introduce you to them and explain them. I illustrate women of all shapes, sizes, colors, backgrounds, everything. There are a couple of consistent traits that all of them have. They all have the same eye makeup. They all have the same cheek and lip makeup, and you may have noticed they all have bushes. These are my bush queens. They are just silly little queens. They can be looked at as a feminist statement. I'm all for that. Or they can just be looked at as dumb and silly and funny. And I love that too. Honestly, if these trigger any kind of emotional response, that's my goal. If you laugh at me because of these, please do. I laugh at myself for these every single day. They're funny. They're women with their pubes out. It's hilarious. But this series that I'm showing you now is the one that I started with yesterday. This whole page in my sketchbook is a giant tarot card, and it's the tarot card, The Lovers. So this was a trial and error type project. I did the background in alcohol markers first of all. I have this big set of alcohol markers here, and they're fabulous, but I don't want to do them in this again because I'll show you. They do this to the page. So this is the page I drew them on, and that's the back. It just completely bleeds through, and now this whole page is pretty much unusable unless I paint over it, which I'm ultimately gonna do because I want every page in this to be double-sided. So I'm gonna just stick to doing acrylic, because when you do anything in acrylic, it doesn't bleed through at all. It just leaves a clean page behind it. So acrylic from now on. But yeah, these are the two lovers, and like I explained in the TikTok, the Lovers tarot card isn't specific to necessarily romantic relationships. And something that I love about my queens is that they are up for interpretation. These women can be imagined however you want to imagine them. They don't have to be cisgender if you don't want to. In fact, if people choose to imagine all of my queens as trans women, I am completely happy with that. Feel free to picture them however you want. So these two could absolutely be a romantic couple. They could be sisters. They could be my mom's idea. They could be in a band together. The tarot cards are sort of up for interpretation. It doesn't necessarily mean one thing. So this is a duality of some sort. Like if I was reading your cards for you and I laid out the Lovers card, it could just mean some sort of a partnership. Like you and your dog or something. That is like a pillar in your life, that relationship. Excuse me, my eye itches. Now today I came up with the second in our series, and I did film the whole thing a little bit here and there. I'm gonna throw up the time-lapse footage too, so that you can watch that just as we're talking about it. She is the Tower card. The thing that I love about these more than anything is that as I have the ideas for them and as I make them, and even just throughout, going back and looking through the sketchbook at them, they always make me laugh. They make me so happy. So I was thinking, okay, how could I represent my next tarot card? I was thinking about all of them. I remembered the Tower card, and I have no idea why, the first thing I thought of was tourists taking that stupid picture in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa and pretending they're holding it up. So I drew a bush queen doing just that. Now in retrospect, I would have liked to do a skirt or something, but also look how small it is. This was a real challenge because she's like thumbnail sized, and the next one for tomorrow is actually down here. So stay tuned for that. I'm gonna make sure to document all of these as a series because it just seems like the logical thing to do. So anyway, like I was saying about the inspiration for my queens, I really just am a woman who finds a lot of inspiration from other women of all sorts. And I wanted my art to specifically reflect femininity in all kinds of different ways. So I have queens who are being active in some way. I have some that are reading. I have some in all different types of poses and situations, and they really are ideally relatable in some way. So that's kind of what I was thinking in terms of their similar features. Across the board, I want it to be, this is relatable. They are all alike in some ways, but they're also all completely unique. So that's why I do different skin tones and different sizes and different shapes and body types. And it just seems like the most hilarious and fun, but also really beautiful way to sort of capture what femininity means to me. It might not mean the same thing to you. That's the thing about art in general. It is completely subjective. It is up for interpretation. And like I said, I want you to interpret my queens however you want to interpret them. So that's pretty much that. We're working on filling this incredible sketchbook with bush queens. I would love nothing more than for you to come on this journey with me. They just really came out exactly how I imagined them in my head when I started painting them in acrylic. So eventually I want to put them on canvases, I want to make stickers, I want to do all of the things, and that's why I decided to start a YouTube channel about it. So hopefully that is exciting for someone out there and you want to follow along and watch me do that. I've already made a couple of mistakes in making this video, one of which being on the wrong side of my desk. So the camera is gonna have to be on the side where my hand isn't blocking the work. You probably saw that in the time-lapse video and we're like, why the frick are you time-lapsing your hand? Sorry. These are the girls. These are my beautiful grown-ass women with natural hair and all of the beauty and strength that comes with divine femininity as it exists naturally. Their social media is going to be linked below, and if you're an artist, I want to connect with you, so let me know what kind of art you make and let's follow each other, let's be friends. Okay, I think that's all. Stay tuned for the tarot card series. I am currently filming my third one. So I have the Tower that I did today, and I have the Lovers that I did yesterday. So get on my TikTok because I post them daily, and see what I came up with for tomorrow. It is the funniest thing I've ever come up with in my life. It's so stupid and hilarious, and I can't wait. Okay, anyway, thank you for watching.